Seeing that dreaded E4B error code flashing on your GE front load washer? You're not alone. Hi, I'm William from AppliancePartsPros.com, and I'm here to guide you through the troubleshooting process to get your washer back in tip-top shape. We'll take a closer look at the main control, motor, inverter, which are often the culprits behind this issue. Don't worry if you're new to appliance repair, it's easier than you think, and I'm here to help you every step of the way. Let's dive in and sort out that persistent error code once and for all. With over 2 million products in stock and the know-how to help you do it yourself, we are AppliancePartsPros.com. For today's work, we'll need a multimeter, a Phillips screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, and a pair of pliers. Also, please remember that safety comes first. Always disconnect your front load washer by unplugging it or turning the breaker off unless live voltage testing is necessary. Remove the screws securing the bottom access panel. Take the panel off and set it to the side. Locate the inverter wire connections at the front. Set the washer to a spin cycle. Grab your multimeter and set it to volts AC, indicated by a V with a squiggly line. Extreme care should always be taken to protect against electric shock, which could potentially result in serious injury. Do not test live voltage if you are uncomfortable using a multimeter around live electricity. Plug the power cord back in. Using the 3-wire connector, test from the blue wire to the red wire. If 120 volts is not present, the main control has failed. If voltage is present, continue troubleshooting. Cancel the wash cycle and wait for the door to unlock. Unplug the power cord. Remove the wires from the retainers on the base. Remove the screws securing the inverter to the base. Slide the inverter toward the back and lift it up. Using a flathead screwdriver, release the inverter cover from the inverter. Disconnect the motor harness from the inverter. Set your multimeter to resistance, or ohms, indicated by the upside down horseshoe symbol. Test the following wire pairs: blue wire to white wire, blue wire to red wire, white wire to red wire. Each of these readings should be around 6 ohms. Next, test the 2 remaining wires. You should see a resistance reading of around 118 ohms. If any readings show open or is more than 0.5 ohms outside of the expected range, the motor has failed and should be replaced. If the resistance readings check good, continue troubleshooting. If you'd like to learn more about using a multimeter, we've put together a comprehensive tutorial. Check out the link in the description. If the main control and the motor have tested good, like they did here, the inverter has failed and would need to be replaced. This has been verified using the process of elimination. Disconnect the remaining wires and pull the inverter out. Here's the old inverter and here's the new one. If you've already got one, great. If not, you can pick one up at AppliancePartsPros.com. Connect the wires to the inverter. Secure the inverter cover and slide the inverter into place on the base. Secure the inverter with the screw we removed. Set the access panel in place and secure it to the washer. Plug the power cord in, and with that, we're done. Now that you've tackled the troubleshooting steps for your GE front load washer and pinpointed any faulty parts, don't forget to jot down your model number and visit AppliancePartsPros.com to order your replacement parts. Most orders arrive within a couple of days, so you'll be back to hassle-free laundry in no time. Once you have your new parts, check out our video guides to assist you with the installation process. If you'd like a little more diagnostic assistance, be sure to visit our forum page where you can get answers from our technicians. Links in the description. We'd love to hear about your repair journey, so feel free to share your experience in the comments below. Thanks for watching and happy repairing.